My name is Bill Bowers, and I live in New York City, and I'm an actor and a mime. I was invited here last year to the Water Tower, to Out of the Loop, to do my solo play called It Goes Without Saying, which had been done off-Broadway, and I've been touring all over the country. So it did great here. It was really a very well received, and I had a blast. So Water Tower invited me back this year for Out of the Loop, and I brought my other solo show, which is actually a mime show. But don't be scared. It is mime, but it's fun mime. People seem to like it anyway. And it's a show called Under a Montana Moon, which is a collection of 9 silent stories that all could conceivably happen under a big moon. I studied with Marcel Marceau. I taught myself mime as a kid. I didn't know what mime was, but I was a quiet, shy, gay kid, and so the idea of not talking was very interesting to me. So I taught myself, and then I had a great experience a few years ago. In the last few years of Marcel Marceau's life, I went off with him and studied with him, and traveled, and that was an incredible experience. That led to me writing this show. Actually, I've written 3 plays, very much from the experience of working with Marcel. People, first of all, rarely believe it. They think I'm joking. The second thing is they ask me to walk against the wind or do the wall. I get that a lot. And most people tell me they hate mime, which I agree with. I actually don't like mime very much either. But I try to get them to come to my show anyway because I think I can change their minds. People respond very well to the work that I do. I'm a little bit, even though I'm trained classically in mime, I do some pretty non-traditional things with it. And the stories that I tell have to do with, a lot of times, contemporary issues, or I'll use a classical style with very contemporary music, that kind of thing. Well, I think probably the biggest misconception is that people think, oh, it's this stylized, artsy-fartsy art form that has nothing to do with me. And what I teach a lot of children and younger people about mime, and what I always begin with is the fact that everybody is doing mime all the time. It's actually our original language. It's not only the original art form, it was one of the first performing arts, but it's also the first language of every human being because we have to learn how to speak. You don't have to learn physically how to communicate because you get what you need by communicating it physically. And then you learn how to talk. You learn to find your voice. So for me, what I like to remind people is it's something we're all doing all the time. It's our natural first language. People are terrified a lot of times when they hear that it's a mime show. Like they're afraid they're not going to be able to, they're going to have to sit in silence. And that's one of the first things you'll discover if you come to see this show is that it's actually there's things that are very funny about it. And I really want people to react. I might be being quiet, but I don't want you to be. And I also, in terms of the kind of work that I write and the design of the show, it's got a lot of sound design within it. So it's not like you're going to have to sit in complete silence for 2 hours at all.